Native Generations, a Native American owned and operated group here in Salt Lake City. So my name is Cassie John. I am a proud member of the Diné Nation. And then for my Diné peoples, we introduce ourselves using our Diné, our 4 clans. Cassie John Inishia, Toa Hananishla, but Ani Bashishchin, and she had a shadow Kitlachini, the Chanella, Dinepikea, Danasha, Putago, the Nas, a Sana Nishla. Our clans, like I mentioned, are a way of how we identify ourselves as Native peoples. So if you ever attend a powwow and you're listening to the different songs and sites, and a dancer, and if you come up to a dancer and ask for an introduction, some will introduce themselves in different languages, as there are many tribal languages across what we call Indian country or across North America. We have our own languages, we have our own ways of how we identify ourselves as Indigenous peoples. And throughout our presentation, you will be hearing our youth and their mentors introducing themselves in Diné Bazad, also letting you know who their relations are and where they are coming from. So today for our program, we have many dance styles. And if you ever attend a powwow, it is an intertribal celebration where people come together to celebrate life, but also to celebrate community. So today, our youth dancers and their mentors. Some of their mentors are their aunts, some of their mentors are their brothers, some of their mentors are their mothers. So today with our presentation, we have our youth dancers and their mothers dancing side by side. And throughout the program, we will have all our youth dancers not only introduce themselves, but also explain the style of dancing that they are portraying. Because a lot of our dance styles are not a monolithic story, meaning it is not one story that covers the whole thing. We have different stories that come from various tribal nations, and respectively, each tribal nation has their own dance styles that are both public and private. And today we're going to do some of the dance styles that are most well-known and seen at these intertribal powwows, where different tribal nations come together to tell their story and share their culture.
Charles Inishia, Toa Hana Nishle, Kia Ani Bashishchi. Hello, my name is Charles, and I am born near the Water clan, and my father is of the Kia Ani clan, which is the Towering House clan. I'm a traditional dancer, and I'll be demonstrating my dances for you. As its many own meanings due to other people representation of the dance, and it's one of the oldest dances in the Native American powwow dancing world. Storytelling dance, it's one of the oldest things. People say it's easy to dance, but I don't think it is. The drum hits hard, you raise your staff, it's called an honor beat. A lot of other dances do it as well, not the only one that does it. Also, you're supposed to go down low, as maybe because you're ducking, because you're storytelling. Everyone in our family was our female powwow dancers, and we had one male, but he lived halfway across the country and I couldn't really learn from him. So my parents just took me to lots of powwows, put me in tiny tots, and just me observing the other dancers, the older dancers. Yeah. yeah, that really just adapted. There's a lot of ways you can dance and storytell, and one of my favorite dances is the crow hop for the traditional dancing.
Yatesh a Jasmine Nishya. Twahana Nishne. It's Annie Basishchin. Hello, my name is Jasmine. I am near the Water Clan and I am born for the Folded Arms people, and I will be demonstrating the fancy shawl dance.
Nishya. Twahana Nishla, but Annie Bashishin, Ashini Dashache, Kitlachini Dashanella. Hello, my name is Tamara, and I am from the Near to the Water people, born for the Folded Arm people. My maternal grandfather is from the Salt people, and my paternal grandfather is from the Red House people. Today I'm going to demonstrate the fancy shawl dance. Inspired me to dance. My mother inspired me to dance. Long ago, she used to do the fancy shawl dance that I'm demonstrating to you today in front of tourists out in the Monument Valley area, and she said that she would put on a shawl without regalia, but she would wear the shawl and she would demonstrate the fancy shawl dance. Inspiring me to dance out there, and that actually made me feel really good to see my elders, my grandmother from my dad's side, come watch us dance, as well as my maternal grandparents, to seeing them look very proud of all their grandchildren out there on the dance floor, and it brought them good feeling, and I liked that. I made them feel good, and like my father said, it keeps them young again, makes them feel young again. It gives them a purpose to continue to come out here and be supportive, and to carry on our culture. So that's what inspires me to dance, and I hope to continue that along with my children and my nephews and my nieces, and hope they continue this tradition as well.
That's because my auntie Cassie taught me, and my grandma makes my outfits, and it is really fun going to powwows and competing with others and just having fun.
Ana Inashia. Tohana Nishle Kilechini Bashishin, Butani Dashache, Toruk Oja Dashanala, Keep Digot Egwat Nishle. Hello, my name is Anna. I am near the Water Clan, and I am born for the Red House Clan. Today I'll be demonstrating the jingle dress dance known as the healing dance. That's because I really enjoy dancing as a jingle dress dancer, and I really do enjoy the life and like the style, and I like to compete with like other dancers who also dance the same style as I do. I also enjoy making my family proud and showing them how good of a dancer I am, and I really like the designs that also are designed. My grandmother, who's the one who made this for me, and I really do enjoy her making my dresses, and all of this beadwork is like, I really do enjoy like seeing it, wearing it, and just kind of wearing it in pride.
The jingle dress dance is a dance that comes from the Ojibwe people in the Midwest. This dance is also known as the healing dance. There are different versions of the story, and I'm going to share about the story that I know. A long time ago, there was a young girl who had an illness, and her father once had a dream. And that dream was that he saw her in a dress, and it was healing her. About the dress, they used tobacco cans as cones, and each one represents one day of the year, so the girl had 365 cones that represented each day of the year. The reason why they used tobacco cans was that they were used as medicine, and they were also used in ceremonies. Since then, the jingle dress is used to share healing and uplift in other people's spirits.
The tobacco cans were actually a prayer, and they were actually they used it as like healings and prayers and ceremony.
Thanks everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is the middle part of our presentation. And before we get into some more intertribal dancing, we're going to take a moment and explain the significance of the outfits we are wearing, what we call regalia. So these pieces of beadwork and the dress I am wearing, all the way from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, are all things that my mother made. And for the youth dancers that you have seen in the videos thus far, as their grandmother. So our mother is such a founding member for Native generations in terms of the regalia we wear, the beadwork, our feathers, and every other accessory you see here today. And her inspiration came from our grandmother and our great-great-grandmothers, for we come from the Navajo Nation, and our Diné peoples do these amazing textiles that we call Navajo rugs. So this is a type of rug that we do, and we created these type of intricate designs. So this is the backbone and foundation for many of our outfits that we are wearing today. And for me and my jingle dress that I am wearing, some of the buttons that are on my dress right here come from my great-grandmother. So as you can see, a lot of our regalia has such deep meaning to it. So if you ever attend a powwow, or as you watch our program today, you will listen and hear our youth dancers and their mentors explain some of the significance in terms of how they earn their eagle feathers, how they design their beadwork, and the reasons why they dance a certain style in a certain way. And for me, the way I dance is I try to incorporate a lot of my Navajo ways. And for us, wearing turquoise for protection, wearing turquoise for strength. And that is why I wear this when I dance. It is something that protects me while I'm dancing, but also gives me strength to give back to my community. So a lot of these styles come into multiple forms. We have bags, we have things that we can wear outside of our cultural events that we can use in our everyday lives. And for us and Native generations, each piece has a meaning. Each piece has a cultural aspect of our identity, and the ways we remix and create new meanings for future generations, and the way our youth dancers are identifying themselves within their own regalia and the ways that they carry themselves. So as you continue to watch our program, keep an eye on the designs. Look at the way of how we are expressing ourselves through our beadwork, through our beautiful outfits, and then see if you can identify the different aspects and identify the various dance styles, and see if you can see some cultural symbols, and see if you can see some cultural symbionts or relationships between the dance styles.
Hello, my name is Michael. I am near the Water Clan. I am born for the Towering House Clan, and today I will be demonstrating the grass dance. I do grass dancing, and where grass dancing comes from is the plains, and where the plains is the tall grass. So basically in my dance, what we do is we pat down the grass to make it safe for either to build stuff or to dance. drum is kind of like a heartbeat to me, so like I just try to stay up with it. My grandma, and then just watching others. The ribbons, it's supposed to be like a remembrance of the grass, of cutting it down and just cutting it. And then I chose green because of the grass.
My name is Gabrielle, and what I'm going to show you is going to be Dance the Fancy.
Yat Shay Patricia Yinishia, Tuahana Nishla, but Ani Bashishi, Ashihida Che, Dokintachi Dashanella, Dikut Ego, the Nestan Nishla. Hello, my name is Patricia, and I am near the Water Clan, born for the Fullerton people. My grandfather is the Salt Clan, and my paternal grandfather is the Red House Clan. I am here presented as a Diné woman. I danced the fancy shawl because I was initiated when I was 3 years old by Johnny White Cloud along with my sisters. I'm very proud to share this dance, and it makes me feel very welcome and good in continuation of my culture, continuing the practices of our tribal nations, uniting to share dance and songs. I enjoy dancing because it helps me stay in shape. It helps me in balance of my culture and the modern culture, so it makes me happy, and I just love to share in the culture and the language. Dance that not a lot of women used to do, and it's fairly new. I believe it's been about the past 50 to 60 years now, dancing fancy shawl. It was in competition with the men's fancy, and the women always felt that they could also do the same style of dance. So it became a battle between the men and the women, and now women wear the shawl with the dresses and the fast footwork and the spinning as well. So I always find it as an enthusiastic dance style, and I really love that the history of it is that women are still empowered.
To dance with my sister and with my mom and with my younger brother too. I like to go to powwows because that's a part of our culture, so that's why we go to powwows sometimes in the summer or every time, like let's say in the winter sometimes. I like to go with my family, and sometimes we see our cousins there or our friends. Sometimes we can see our ancestors. I like to dance and make my grandma proud.
Yat Shay Tishina Ganeshia, Tuahana Nishlan, but Ani Bashishin, Ashina Dashiche, Dokintachi Dashanella, Dikut Ago, Dina Asana Nishlan. Hello, my name is Tishina. I am near the Water Clan, born for the Folded Arms people. My maternal grandfather is the Salt Clan, and my paternal grandfather is the Red House Clan. I dance what is called the women's traditional dance. This is one of the oldest dances coming from our Plains relatives. The dance that I dance is what we call a stationary. So I will be dancing in place most of the time,
And this dance is to honor our warriors when they come home and dance around the arbor, or the circle as they would call at a powwow. My regalia is adorned with fringe. I wear what they call as a breastplate. Because I dance in competitive powwows, we use flashy fabric, colorful beads, and different types of things that we adorn our outfits for, also to catch the judge's eye. When I dance, I think about the song. I think about the way the song makes me feel, and it helps to give me that additional energy, because this dance is not an easy dance. It requires a lot of endurance. A lot of our regalia is very heavy, but it's a really graceful dance that really makes me feel really good. Think about my mother, because she actually gave me this regalia, and she's a lot smaller than me, so I think about like her strength and how strong she is, both physically, mentally, and spiritually, and just how she carries herself, and how I also want to embody that same strength that she has as I carry on in my life. So there's a lot of physical stuff in there, emotional stuff, things that I think about as I'm dancing. I think a lot about my family, my children, and wanting to have them carry this on, because it brings me so much joy. So I feel joy when I dance, but also when I see my children dance, it also brings me a lot of warmth and a lot of courage to continue on in this life.
Thank you so much for watching Native Generations. I hope you enjoyed our program here today for the Youth in Transition Summit, and I hope everyone has something to take home today, and the courage to even attend your local intertribal powwow. For these events showcase not only the cultural aspects of Indigenous peoples here in North America, but also showcase your local Native American peoples in your community and surroundings. And there at these cultural events, you can find ways to support your local Native communities and find ways to support Indigenous peoples across America. So I hope today was more than a learning experience, and something that you can take home and share with others in terms of our story as Native Generations, but also how you see Native Americans, or how you see Native Americans and Indigenous peoples across North America. Ahiahat, thank you.
Hey,